Oh, shit. What's going on, Noble Nation? That go any bigger? No, I think that's as big as it gets. Hey, what's going on, guys? Slim Noble here, hanging out at Noble Nation. I haven't seen the new Eminem interview, so yeah, I'm all set up. I haven't seen the new Eminem interview, so I'm just gonna get smoke one and listen to the new interview. It's from today, this morning. Eminem was on Shade45, talking about the quarantine and all that stuff. So, you know, I was gonna watch it by myself. I listened to about 20 seconds, and I'm like, how can I do this on my channel? I was gonna do it the other setup, but uploading 4K on a 40-minute video would be hours, just sitting here for hours waiting. So this way it's quick, and all I'm doing is listening to the interview with you guys. So I got the chat on here, guys. If you end up showing up here, you know, you can say something, I'll see you here. There's no visual to it except for that. So I'm just going to sit here, hang out, and watch. So if you guys want to stop in and listen to it with me, stop in and say hi, guys. So that's all this is. I love and appreciate all you guys. Hey, bars or nothing, man. Hey, what's going on, bro? Thanks for coming by. How you doing? I'm good. I'm good. Just smoking one. I'm just wanting to watch the new Eminem interview. It's only an audio. It's half an hour long, but I'm going to watch it either way. So I'm just going to watch it on here. Hopefully I don't zone out and have my mouth wide open, you know, passing out. You never know on these long videos, man. Sometimes I'd be dazing out, you know. But let's go, guys. I'm going to press play. Have you heard this yet, Bars or Nothing? Have you heard this interview yet? Yeah, I don't know. It came out this morning. Shout out to Southpaw. They're the ones that I'm using their link right now. So Southpaw, what up?
Shade45, man, we had to get these two guys on, man, the two co-founders of Shade45. We got the one and only Eminem on the line with us right now, and Paul Rosenberg, his partner in crime. Hey, off mic, Paul and I was talking about quarantining, and I'm quarantining with my daughter. Man, how's quarantine going for you?
No, I just want to say a lot of us, like Eminem fans, were curious on what was going on with him during this. So it's kind of cool this is coming out so we can see what's going on, right?
This shit sucks. This shit is terrible. Like I you know, I've been writing and working out, fucking, you know, just doing what, I don't know. Like the fact that there's no sports on right now is really bothersome.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, there's not even anything that, I mean, aside from the Jordan documentary, that's even like gives you a little sense of normalcy, like watching, you know, just watching shit like that. Like,
have you guys watched the Jordan on Netflix, the documentary? I haven't, but I'm gonna give it a watch. Maybe today with my son. I want to watch it. Yep, for sure. I'm gonna continue the interview, but I just wanted to add that in. The Jordan, it's a new thing on the Chicago Bulls, the team that won the 6 championships. It's on Netflix. It just came out 2 days ago. That's what they're talking about.
I try not to watch too much news. Because this shit is like panic mode all the time.
Yeah.
And it's stressful to watch, you know? It's like I want to see what's going on, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I don't know, man. We're living in some unprecedented times right now.
Yeah, man. What you think of that Jordan doc?
It's incredible.
That shit is crazy, bro.
It's incredible. And it's you know, it's only 2 episodes in, but man, that shit is like, I don't know. It's like nostalgia city.
Yeah, yeah. I love hearing. Like I always wanted to know the inner workings of dude's mind, like his work ethic. You know what I mean? 'Cause we used to get on the basketball court and call out his name, like I'm Jordan. You know, but we really didn't know his work ethic. Like that part is kind of insane. You know, in a good way though. Like when you could kind of unravel how the greats became great.
Yeah.
And then you find out they might not be the most likable person, but you can't always get your cake and eat it too. You want him to be great. He might not be the most likable person, but he's striving to be great. That's that part right there I love seeing.
Yeah.
I think that anybody who is, at the top.
That's Paul Rosenberg talking, but I know exactly what he's talking about. Eminem's one of those people, you know what I mean? Fam, I just want to thank you for the support, bro, and I'm here for you to let the North rock together. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. You got to remind me. Yeah, I know. I appreciate you. I'm going to stop by your place. And, thank you for being here, man. I'll write your name down. What's your name? What do you want me to call you? Bars or nothing? B-O-N, fam. I'm going to shout you out, but what do you want me to call you? So, you know what I mean? I'll say your shit, but what do you want me to call you, buddy? Like, what name? What's your name? You got your name? I'm Noble, Slim Noble, you know what I mean? I'm Justin, but people call me Big Breeze. Is that right, Big Breeze? Big Breeze. All right, buddy, I'll show you out. I'll stop by, man. You know what I mean? Show some love. It's a community. We do what we can, right, brother? I'm going to let this play. It's a long video, but I'll keep talking. We'll keep going throughout, but I see you, and I reach out, brother. I'll see you. I'll come by.
The game and whatever they do, whether it's athletics or anything, has to put the time in and have the work ethic. You don't get to be that without it.
Yeah, man. It's the same thing for rap. It's like it takes a certain amount of talent, but it also takes probably 3-4 times the work.
Man, it went pause for me. Hey, Ryan, what's up, brother? Ryan to 5'9" in the house, my brother. I love that name. Dope profile pic. What's up? We're just listening to the new Eminem interview. This is from today. Talking about the quarantine and all that stuff. I'm only 2 minutes in, and I don't know if you've heard it. It was from this morning, so we're listening to it now. I haven't heard it yet. I just figured, why do it by myself sitting here when I can smoke one and sit here with you guys? So Ryan to 5'9", dopest YouTube name in the house. New pro pic. He looking fly for a white guy. You know what I mean? Me too. We're fly for white guys. But what's up, Ryan? I'm going to press play, brother.
Work ethic versus the talent. Or it's probably, in some cases it might be equal, but you don't get one without the other.
It looks good, brother.
Yeah.
Seeing your name like that.
You gotta work hard.
Yeah. Paul, what you work hard at, Paul? Paul Rosenberg.
What I work hard at?
Yeah.
I am here trying to perfect how to live life at home, having 2 kids, and make sure that they are learning and in school while maintaining some sense of, running business. And
yeah, it looks good. He says they're making sure my kids are learning, guys. I'm slacking. Because of my YouTube channel, I put so much thought into it. I think I'm slacking as a dad. I was always the best dad. I put all my time into it, but since the YouTube channel, I feel bad now. And then when I hear him say that, I haven't been putting the time into my kids' learning in that I should be. I feel bad, but and I'm trying to build up my channel and putting time and thought into it, and I'm addicted to it, to the channel. And then now just hearing Paul Rosenberg say that, I could be better on the dad end. Even though I'm here with them every day, I'm taking care of them, I'm feeding them, cooking, I'm changing their asses, I'm bathing them, I'm doing everything possible as a parent. I'm always running away from my videos, and I'm not putting it into the learning part. School usually does that for us.
Being a person, a human being. That's what I'm working hard at.
Well, that was beautiful, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I wanted to ask you, you ever get a chance to meet Michael Jordan?
Not in person, but I talked with him on the phone one time, and
he talked on the phone.
We had, I don't know, Paul, if you remember this, but we were.
Just so you guys know, this shit's never been talked about. What he's talking about now has never been talked about. I've never heard any interaction between him and Jordan. So this is exclusive shit, just to let you know.
We're talking about doing some kind of shoe.
Oh.
Like together.
Yeah. It was one of the collaborations.
One of the collaborations, and I was on the phone with him. We were talking, and like everything was cool. Like he's super cool. Like, and everything was good until we get to the end of the phone call, and I said, yo, man, when are you going to come to Detroit so I can dunk on you? And it was crickets. And he was like, I don't remember exactly what he said, but I think he just kind of was like,
wow.
Like laughed.
Yeah.
And I remember getting off the phone going, oh my God, I think I might have just blew it. Because it was, to me, in my head, it was a total joke, right? It's like, you know, it's so ridiculous for me to think that I could dunk on Jordan, right?
This is good shit, yes.
So in my head, it's, you know,
Ryan, this is new. This morning, Shade45, he's talking about Jordan because the Netflix series just came out for the Chicago Bulls, their championship run. So everybody's watching it. It's like the #1 trend on Netflix. So they're asking him about Jordan. We're only about 3, 4, 5 minutes into the interview. This happened this morning. I've never heard it because it just came out this morning on Shade45. He's talking about quarantine and everything. So, and I've never heard him talk about this story with Michael Jordan. So we're getting something we've never gotten out of Eminem right now. Dude, this is brand new, Ryan. That's why you got to sit here and listen to it with me, buddy. That's the only reason why I'm doing this right now. It's because it's brand new. And I thought, which way could I do it that doesn't take too long, doesn't take hours to edit. Yeah, Ryan. Brand new, buddy. That's why I'm smoking one of my blunt papers and some indica and drinking Red Bull. Because I wanted to hear this. Like, when I'm doing this, I'm listening because I'm into it right now. Where are you listening to this? South Potter. South Potter just uploaded it 2 hours ago. This will show up on my uploads once I end it, but it's brand new. Just this morning. So let's just keep listening, guys. Let's listen to it. You guys will see. It's all new.
one of those things that you think is going to be funnier in your head than when you actually say it. So I don't know what happened after that, but
he's talking about his Jordan call, guys. And when I'm not talking, I'm just listening as a fan. So this is more as a fan thing. It's not me to entertain. It's just me as a fan listening. So I want you guys to listen with me because we're all fans. So let's listen together, guys. So I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just in my head listening to them.
Paul, did I call you? I can't remember who I called right after that, but it might have been Paul.
I don't know. I think you felt kind of mortified by it, and I think I was pretty sure that Mike knew you were joking, and you guys have continued to do business with one another in a few ways since then. So I'm sure it's all good.
Yo,
man, it was like it was one of those things like. It was one of those things that in my head just would be so ridiculous. He has to know I'm joking. But when I got off the phone, I remember thinking, I don't think he knew I was joking.
Eminem's human.
Because, he's very, watching this documentary, like, he's very competitive, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, if he would have said, when are we going to battle? I don't know what I would have said, but I probably would have laughed the same way he did and been like, but I feel like I would have known he was joking.
Yeah.
Mike might have some bars though, you don't know.
But yeah, that's what I mean.
See, Eminem's so real and so just like me and you Like, that's something I would do. You know, you talk to somebody important or whatever, and after you'd be like, shit, why did I say that? Did that come off wrong? It just goes to show you how normal he is.
That's the other thing. Like, he might have actually heard about my game in basketball, right? And he might be like, shit, this actually might be possible.
And is
you
good.
think he heard about your game, though?
He's good.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, ring bells.
I mean, you've heard of it. You've heard about it, haven't you?
Yeah. We played once, and yeah, I remember. You got a nice game, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, I heard that.
Not Mike Jordan nice, though, bro.
Yeah, I'm like one step down.
Yeah, one step.
Yeah, from Jordan.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
hey,
no,
man.
Speaking of,
I'm gonna tell you, man. Yo, this watching him and his work ethic, like, it's just so incredible. Just to know, like, he was born with talent, obviously, right? Like, he had the talent, but he had to hone his craft.
Yes, just
and
like
watching
him.
it and watching the talent go with the work ethic, like, it's incredible, man. It's like I don't know.
That's what make the great
like
the
somebody
great.
I know.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, it sound like you would, in terms of the rap gang, it's guys like you and Jay or E40 or Snoop. These guys have been around. Y'all just didn't happen to hang around. Like, it's that work ethic, and then even him not even responding to you dunking is that competitiveness. Like, that's the favorite thing I got out of the doc too, is how competitive he is.
Yeah.
You don't see that in yourself. Like, you spent your, like I say, the last 2 albums.
I do.
Responding to people who called you out, whether it's talk show hosts, podcast hosts, or MCs. You don't have to do it, but you still calling out MCs that call you out, and I feel like that's that competitiveness in you, no matter where you reach
want more
in your career. What?
Yeah.
What that person say?
Right.
Yeah, we love it.
No.
We
It's
want more
definitely
of that.
there's definitely some truth to that, and there's some elements of that go into what I do. But man, just watching that guy, like,
He always
in
reverts
midair,
it. Always.
like, switch the shot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and have that extra little thing where he can hang in the air that long and do something different. You know, like, if he sees the defenders
crazy.
coming up a certain way and he goes around them or behind the basket, like, it's fucking incredible, man. It's just he is a phenomenon.
No pun intended. Paul Rosenberg and Eminem are on the line. Em, let me ask you about some of the things you've been doing, bro. I think we've been talking about them on the air, and I told all our listeners, the citizens,
Let us know.
that I would call
What's coming?
and to see if you could kind of elaborate on some of the things you're doing. First of all, I know there's a Marshall Mathers Foundation that's been doing a lot with, providing food and providing meals to healthcare workers at the hospitals, and you guys have provided hundreds of meals even at the. Can you talk about that? Providing these spaghetti lunches for people and some of the healthcare workers. How did that happen, man? What made you want to do that?
Well, me and Paul have actually just been talking about, what are some of the ways that we can do our part and try to help out. And Mom's Spaghetti was one of the things that came up, so we had talked about doing that. And we talked about the DJ thing that Paul could probably elaborate on a little better than me. But basically, what we're trying to do is Paul, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say that there was a time, when this all started happening, where Marshall called me and said, what are we going to do? How can we do, what we do to help people out? And then one of the things that I noticed was that there was a lack of attention focused on, making the frontline healthcare workers feel good and positive, and just put a smile on their face. So
Amen.
we reached out to the guys at Union Joints, which is a restaurant group in Michigan that we've done.
Nicole is a frontline worker, guys. I don't know that. I don't know if you know that, eh? The mother to my children is a frontline worker, and she's been working a lot of hours, man. A lot of hours. Yo, Debo, what's up, bro? What's up, Debo? What's happening, man? Good to see you at Noble Nation, brother.
Some work with before, who did the Mom Spaghetti pop-up with us back in Detroit, and when we put out the Revival album, and we did some Mom Spaghetti pop-ups on the road in 2018 at various festivals, etc. So we reached out to them and said, hey, could we do what we did on the road for some of the frontline healthcare workers? And they sprung into action and said, absolutely. So we went and visited some hospitals on Monday, and we're going to continue to do that throughout the next few weeks. Just, anything to pitch in and, make these men and women feel good about themselves for a minute. So that's one of the things we've done. And then the other one was, a lot of people were talking about how DJs have been affected by the fact that they can't go out and earn a living. I mean, you've got guys who, play clubs and, or parties or, strip clubs or wherever they play and earn their living, they just all of a sudden can't do it. So we thought about, maybe we can create some sort of program to give them, some small relief and again, put a smile on their face. So we have this program that we're launching now, and it's called Love Your DJ. And we basically are offering Michigan. You got to be a Michigan resident because we can't offer it to everybody. So we're going to start with Michigan. And the first 500 people who submit a mix via SoundCloud are going to be eligible for $313 cash payment for 313 for the area code. And the mix just has to, fall within a certain set of guidelines, which is all going to be available online. And then we're going to select the best of that group of DJ mixes, and we're going to program a Love Your DJ mix weekend starting May 2nd, where the entire weekend is going to be programmed by these mix submissions. And that'll be sort of a, for lack of a better description, a grand prize.
Oh, shit. So the first 500 DJs in Michigan are eligible for $313. And,
that's right.
Which is incredible because DJs really don't have a way of getting money right now. Why was it important for you, M, to help out the DJs?
Well, that was one of the things that we were talking about. That obviously our field that we work in is music, right?
Yeah.
So that was one of the first things that came up when me and Paul were talking. How a DJ is going to make their money.
Right. And they're the backbone of what we do.
Right.
And so this was a way to just kind of how many times would y'all be willing? I know you probably haven't thought this far out, but this is kind of incredible. How long will you be willing to do it? Is it a time limit on?
We'll see how this one goes. I think they have, I can't remember how many days. It's all in the rules, but they have a certain amount of time to submit the mix. And then we're going to do this first weekend and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we'll get all 500 slots filled up quick, and then we can move from there and maybe open it to a broader audience, but a little bit of a test run. So we'll see how this one flies.
And then the best ones, the incentive too, right, Paul, is the best ones that we get we'll actually put on the air,
On Shade45. So the contest begins today and it ends Wednesday, April 29th at noon. So DJs that are tuned in, if you're in the state of Michigan, you got to go sign up so you could qualify to have your mix played on the station, and you could win some money, $313. And then people could go to SiriusXM.com/stream free. Paul?
Yep.
Okay. Man, that's fucking dope, man. What I'm going to do.
Definitely a good deed. Let's get into the juicy Eminem stuff, though. Let's go.
We'll send my mix in. I'm going to mail it to somebody in Michigan and then have them mail that in to y'all.
Oh, perfect. Probably won't get it, though, will we, Paul? He'll have to have his people call our people, and then we'll hook you up if it's if it's good enough.
Okay. Well, I've been working on it. Now this is really dope, man. I love what you're doing, and I say it all the time. Anybody who's in a position to help out others right now and taking that initiative, which you don't have to, I commend. So even with the Mom Spaghetti initiative and passing out,
Just so you guys know, I'm writing homework, doing notes, listening. You know what I mean? That I got things going on here. Just to let you guys know. That's enjoy listening, guys. I love this stuff. Hopefully, we get into the juicier stuff now.
Food to healthcare workers. These people aren't paid enough as it is, and they sacrifice and they put themselves at risk every day.
Yeah.
And then even giving back to the community, the hip hop community, because DJs can appreciate it.
Actually.
And then also giving them an opportunity to be on the station. I think that's dope. And
like
then,
the video,
man,
guys.
are you doing a playlist or something, a quarantine playlist that people could tune into?
Yeah, which I'm still kind of working on. So Paul, I sent you some stuff yesterday, but I got a few more things that I want to add to it. But yeah, it's basically what how would I describe it?
Well, it's called Music to be Quarantined by, right?
Yeah. So it's like what I want to hear, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So
I recommend people listen to as well.
Right.
Hey, Em, let me ask you, bro, because, I've known you a long time, man, and quarantine for most of the country seemed like something new, but because of your fame and the status you've had, it feels like, and I could be mistaken, I could be ignorant, but it's kind of seemed like there was a time in your life where you were already self-quarantined because of the fame, because of the public fanfare. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, there's something to be said about that. Like it's
Yeah, it's true, man.
But it's not the same.
Yo, that's true. Eminem had a double. He was so popular, it was a double. Eminem couldn't go nowhere without shit flipping. You remember that time he went to New York City? I'm gonna watch it here with you guys. And he was up at the MTV thing, and the streets, they had to shut him down. People were getting hit by cars. Eminem, at the highest, there was nobody like him. Elvis status, Elvis type shit. I've never seen a star, maybe Justin Bieber, but let's continue here.
It's not the same when you can't do a lot of your regular routines and shit, and going to the studio is like my outlet, and it's I can't we can't really get in right now and do much, so I just been writing, but yeah, to a certain extent, yeah, fame is definitely over the years kind of already had me quarantined, but it's the fact of knowing that you can't really go out, and you can't, we can't move like how we normally move, and so it's not just the same. It's not just the same thing for me.
Yeah.
Every day, you know what I'm saying? That it always is. There's something to be said about knowing that you can't go out and do certain things, because the truth is, if I wanted to go out, I can do certain things, right? Mm-hmm. There's certain things that I'm able to do, regardless of the fame or not, that I still can't do. And like I said, we were talking about what to do right now, and it's like the fact that when you're home and you can't even you can't even watch sports, sports there's no boxing, there's no baseball, there's no nothing, right? So it's just like you can watch the news or you can bury yourself in Netflix, but I just been burying myself in the pad, because and like I said, started reading Rakim's book. I saw the Crook's Corner interview, and if people ain't seen that, you need to go watch it. The Rakim interview that King Crook did on Crook's Corner is incredible, and especially if you know and understand Rakim, and have studied him like I have, it's incredible for me to watch something like that.
I love it.
Just he drops a lot of jewels in it.
I love this, Marshall, man. Crook's Corner did that interview. I watched most of it, not the whole thing, but I like Rakim. I'm going to do a Rakim reaction. I'm gonna do one. Just it has to happen. But I just love this Eminem when he says this stuff, and he's really said a lot about Crooked in the last couple of years, and I love that respect these two have. It's incredible. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
I get excited off this.
I saw what King Crook did with you too, and I thought it was good because I know you guys got a different kind of relationship, being family. I was listening to the "I Will" track off the album that had King Crook, Royce, and Joel and you on it. That those verses that you guys all spit, you know what track I'm talking about?
Yep.
Okay. How does that work? Was those pre-recorded verses, or that was just because it feel like every time y'all all get together, y'all make great songs, but you mentioned boxing, it's like a boxing match.
Yeah.
How was that bringing that song together?
Well, it was. I mean, it's kind of just like we do what we do, right? Like like us getting on a song, like especially like in the
Yeah. When
we were doing the Slaughterhouse albums, it was the same thing.
I didn't even clue in. I will. I didn't even clue in that was the song they were talking about. I must be stoned or something, man. I'm like thinking in my head, what song is that? I didn't even.
It was like
thanks, Ryan.
Getting on a song with anybody from Slaughterhouse was a problem, right? And rappers like King Crook and Joel Ortiz, man, they're a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're gonna get on a song with them, you need to fucking bring it. And that's one of the things that to me is, it's so dope that Crook is doing Crook's Corner right now too. But people who might not know about Crook need to look up some of his music because he's a fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who just reacted to Crooked, guys? Guess who just reacted to Crooked Eye this week? I just did a Crooked Eye reaction 2 days ago, and the song is dope. I put Hook of the Year because I love the hook and what he was saying. He was saying something about throw the pill bottle away or something like that. I don't know. I forget. I can hear it, but I can't really think of the words. But I love when stuff like this happens. Like Shaq. Shaq started doing MGK reactions, but before that, he didn't do it because of me. But it's like sometimes I do something, and then one of the big people do something with that same person right after, and it's like, and then there's sometimes I didn't do it, and I'm like, and then something comes out, it's like, shit, I was gonna do that reaction. Why didn't I? Someone passed, and I was gonna do his reaction before he passed, and I didn't do it, and I'm like, oh man, I was gonna do his reaction. Who was that? I forget. It could have happened with X, but it happened with somebody else. But just like, so yeah. So he's talking about Crooked Eye right now, and I did Crooked Eye. So that's cool. And I did DMX today. DMX, it's like, I didn't realize how good he is. Well, I knew how good he was, but I don't even know. I'm going to do DMX music because I'm just blown away by a couple of the songs I just heard for a second. I'm like, wow. I need to dive into him and break some of this shit down. I think DMX he might be underrated a little bit. These days he is.
He's one of those dudes that it's nerve-wracking to get on a song with him. Royce too.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, that the allegory was shit. That one, Mike. That's Royce's Bible album for me. Like just listening to, like I still listen when I'm listening to that album, man. I feel like I'm halfway in a lecture hall, but I'm in euphoria for a dude who just loved lyricists.
Yeah.
I wonder too, like I know we ain't talked in a minute, but there's certain things I was curious about because I'm a big fan of Don Toliver.
All right, Ryan.
And I was a big fan of Juice WRLD, both of which you put on this project, and I didn't even realize you knew those dudes. You know what I mean? Speak on Juice WRLD. You put him on the Godzilla joint. Man, what was that experience like with that kid?
Well, it's crazy because the whole way that came about, like,
wow, I do this.
Okay,
guys, this is like, I haven't even heard this part yet. Because he hasn't talked about an interaction with him and Juice. Like, if they talked, we don't know. We know that they worked on it before he died. They were starting it. But we don't know if they had conversation or anything. So this is like exclusive shit right here. Let's go. I rewinded it. Sorry, guys. I got too excited.
Oh, my. That's Royce's Bible album for me. You know, like, just listening to, like, I still listen. When I'm listening to that album, man, I feel like I'm halfway in a lecture hall, but I'm in euphoria for a dude who just loved lyricists.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder too, like I know we ain't talking a minute, but there's certain things I was curious about because I'm a big fan of Don Toliver, and I was a big fan of Juice WRLD, both of which he put on his project.
Shit.
And I didn't even realize you knew those dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, speak on Juice WRLD. You put him on the Godzilla joint. Man, what was that experience like with that kid?
Well, it's crazy because the whole way that came about, like, you know, we're talking about the Crooked interview, like I was explaining, you know, explaining to Crook, like, because I'm sure that he does the same thing, like, you know, us being in the game for a certain amount of time, it helps us, I think, that as artists and just as hip hop connoisseurs to pay attention to what's out, right? Mm-hmm. And pay attention to all the new shit that's coming out, because, you know, a lot of these kids coming up, man, they've studied the greats, and you can tell, mm-hmm. and just watching them is incredible, because, you know, you might get the pushback on certain sides of the argument about hip hop, like, okay, nobody's really saying lyrics anymore, and this, but that's bullshit, because a lot of these kids coming up, and
sure.
You know, I mentioned
that's
Kendrick
right.
and Cole a lot. I know they're not kids coming up anymore, but they came before or after us, right? Mm-hmm. But they've studied all the greats, and you can tell because it goes into their pen. And you know, me personally, Don Toliver's dope as fuck. Juice WRLD, man, is like his freestyle that he did, like when he went on Tim Westwood and rapped for like an hour straight, was incredible, especially for coming off the top of the dome. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people just can't do that, and they don't know that there's or they might not know that there's an art to that, like to be able to do that. So I keep my finger on the pulse of everything that's out, because I don't want to get, you know, swept away with the tide. Because if you don't keep up with the times, like we were talking about the work ethic, like I swear to you, it might be harder to maintain it than it actually was to get it.
Wow.
So like getting to the place where I was in the very beginning of my career, right? Wow. I know how hard I worked to get there, but I swear I feel like I worked just as hard, and if not harder, just to be able to maintain a skill set, you know?
Yeah. You always...
Yo, that is a gem we just got out of Eminem there. Hold on, let me rewind that just a little bit. Yo, that was a gem, dude. He just said he's been probably working just as hard or harder as he had to in the beginning when he grinded and nobody would listen to a white kid, and that whole grind till he was 24 years old. That whole grind, that I didn't think anything matched that. That he's telling us, but he's grinding longer. Like now he's working hard to maintain for like how many years now? So it is a longer grind than he did in the beginning, because in the beginning it maybe age like say 15 to 24. So he probably grinded 9-10 years trying to make it, maybe longer, right? And now he's, you know, with all the heat and everything he's getting, he's working hard to maintain, because he has to come with something crazy and good to remain that relevant. Like other people are putting out crap and they're getting attention. And it's like Eminem always gets the attention, but there's a standard with him. that nobody else has. Nobody has that standard that he has to reach every single time. And I think we're going to get some of his best shit next. I feel like he's found his groove, he's found his lane, he's found the sound. He knows his sound right now. He's adapted to the new climate. He's slowed, he's pulled back. He has fast songs, but he's pulled back so we can hear his lyrics now. We can recite his lyrics again. It's not all too fast shit now. He has fast shit, but it's not like Marsh. He's pulled back. He's pulled back so we can all... I think he's just figured out and is in a good spot. And I think it's going to get even better than what we just got. I think it's going to get even better. I can't wait. Let's go.
Don Toliver's dope as fuck. Juice WRLD, man, it's like his freestyle that he did, like when he went on Tim Westwood and rapped for like an hour straight was incredible, right. Especially for coming off the top of the dome. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people just can't do that, and they don't know that or they might not know that there's an art to that, like to be able to do that. So I keep my finger on the pulse of everything that's out because I don't want to get, swept away with the tide. Because if you don't keep up with the times, like we were talking about the work ethic, like I swear to you, it might be harder to maintain it than it actually was to get it.
Wow.
So like getting to the place where I was in the very beginning of my career, right? I know how hard I worked to get there, but I swear I feel like I worked just as hard, and if not harder, just to be able to maintain a skill set,
Yeah, you always, like, I find it, having known you so long, I keep asking you this because I find it fascinating how you respond. Like, you still ready to battle anybody, and it don't matter
I want more.
Who it is
battle.
that critique you. Do you find enjoyment in that?
Yes.
Like, ooh, okay, this is.
He does.
Shit, this is my motivation right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's the kind of shit that I kind of live for.
Yes.
Is that not saying that I live for conflict, but my competitiveness, is I don't know how to say it. I'm not looking for it, but I'm always ready for it.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, when we were kids growing up on hip hop, like me in Detroit, I didn't know the stories behind certain things, right? So this new Beastie Boys documentary that's coming out. So I got a chance to watch it yesterday, and they had sent it over, which was super cool of them to do. And just hearing old stories like that, man, it's just like, and just like how, I think about when we saw Run DMC on TV, like seeing them, like, even when they show like old clips of when they first were coming out, right? When Run DMC was first coming up, it was like, man, they're so cool.
Like
right?
the video, guys. Like it.
Like Run swag and just like how they're doing it right now. How, when I see clips from back then, I feel like this shit still looks cool today. Like,
and you get the story, you get the context.
But but knowing the story of how the shit originated to me is just, it's so intriguing to me. Like, I love stories like that. I remember one day I hit Redman because I was like,
I love this shit.
I asked him, I was listening to, I collect tapes and just trying to get the, and for nostalgia purposes, but I also play the tapes, right? Because it's just something that, reminds you of a kid and whatever. So I'm playing the tape, and I remember on the Illegal album, Jamal said, what the fuck did he say? Something about, got a quote from my man Red, and it says, "Tonight's the night," or whatever, and it was an ad-lib on there. So I was like, I just asked him, I hit him up, I was like, yo, Red, did you say, was that you on the ad-lib there? Because, and he was explaining the story, and I'm like, yo, that's why I love old stories like that, because it'll be the shit that I always wondered as a kid.
Yeah.
But now it's like I know a lot of these guys.
That's awesome.
So I want to, I try not
awesome.
to fan out too much, but sometimes like I just love little jewels like that. Did you ever see the Unsung EPMD?
Yeah, bro.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
this like Headbanger.
Yeah.
Like how that song was made and like what happened at the video shoot and the tension it was on it, because him and like Eric and Parrish were going through some things, but it was
I'm gonna watch that. I wrote it down.
But just knowing those stories, because when we're kids, man, we just see it on TV. We just see the actual finished product.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what the story was behind any of the shit at that time, right? So when you grow up and you learn, oh, that's what was going on during that time. Oh, that shit is crazy. Like that to me is the best shit.
Yeah, bro. Man, next time we talk, man, I'm gonna ask you about a bunch of songs that in your repertoire that you produce, and you can give me some of the backstory on that. I'd love to do that.
Okay.
You down with that?
Yeah,
Paul,
man.
Paul, you down, Paul?
Like 4 flat tires, Sway.
You know that the way I am, a real quick story I will tell you about that is that I remember being on a plane. I got on a plane, and I was thinking of this flow in my head, and then all of a sudden the piano started coming to me, and I just kept repeating the melody so I didn't forget it, and I kind of wrote the song on the plane. And then had to make the beat afterwards.
Wow.
So, and I remember I didn't know how to, like, I had to ask Dre how to do it, because at that point in time, like, I was still learning how to produce, right? So I needed to make the idea come to life.
Wow.
So I remember, and I was actually on the way out to LA at that time to record with Dre. So that was one of the things that I brought to him, and I was telling him the ideas, so we just had to keep the keyboard player play the melody, and then he had a bunch of drum sounds up on his on the drum machine, and I just started tapping, and that's kind of how that came about.
Oh shit, man, I know we gotta go, but Dre, man, just even having that access, if I'm trying to think. Nobody has done what Dre has done, but who's a producer that you really like put on a pedestal? Maybe not like Dre, but if anybody could do a versus with Dre, who you think it could be? Like, could it be Diddy? Could it be Jermaine Dupri? Could it be Marley Marl? Who you think it could be to just go song to song?
With Dre?
I know, bro. You know.
I mean, you know, I'm gonna be a little biased anyways, but no, there are some amazing producers though, man, that could definitely be on his level, you know, close to that level.
Who you think?
I don't even know how to say it.
No,
you know, I'm trying to be politically correct, but I think that you know, Dre is in his own class as far as
there's only one Dre, man. He's in a class by himself.
Yeah, but you know, but Marley Marl, man, that dude has a lot of fucking hits, a lot of hits, and he's done a lot of classic shit as well as Dre has, you know.
Yeah.
Think about like the Symphony, you know. All the LL records he produced, man, that dude has done so much.
Marley Marl would be great, man. And then I think the other thing, people get to know who he is that don't know, that should know how important that dude has been to hip hop, you know, from Rakim, Eric B, Roxanne, Sean, Juice Crew, all of that stuff.
Marley Marl, what's up,
yo,
brother?
M, congratulations on, well, I don't even know if congratulations is the right way to say it, but I commend you on what the Marshall Mathers Foundation is doing with Love Your DJ. And I want to remind all the DJs, if you're in the state of Michigan, first 500 entries will be eligible for to get a payment, you know, a stimulus payment almost of $313. and then they will select the best of the mixes, or which mixes they feel like fit Shade45 the best, and it will be airing on Shade45. But you got up until April 29th to enter this competition. Not even a competition. Would you call it a competition, Paul, or just?
It's not really a competition or a contest. No, it's a program. Really, it's a program that we set up, and we're just going to happen to pick the 15 best entries into the program and play them on the air. I don't want it to be seen as a contest because it's not meant to be that.
Yeah,
it's more of a program people can enter into. Look, we know, and not everybody has a chance to earn money right now, and we know that DJs are the backbone of this music culture that we're a part of, and we just want to offer them a way to, like you said, get a little bit of stimulus out of this. That's all.
That's it, man. And you can go to SiriusXM.com/stream free. Stream free. Get more information, and all DJs enter, man, and that's dope.
Yeah. And we'll also have it on ShadyRecords.com and Eminem.com if anybody wants to go there, and we'll put it all over the social channels as well.
All right. Paul, can I ask you a question, or are you done?
You can ask me a question. I don't know if I'm going to answer.
I know you stepped down from Def Jam because you want to pursue other things with Goliath. I'm assuming. Yeah. What's your path? What's your plan?
Well, so I'm starting a label called Goliath Records, and I'm going to have the best partner in the world, who's on the phone with me right now, Marshall Mathers. He's going to be my silent partner, and it's an opportunity for me to explore artists and putting out records that are different from the stuff that I do with Marshall and Shady Records. So stuff that might not necessarily fit that brand that I'm into, and provide me an outlet to do that. And I'm going to do it with Interscope, who we've been in business with for a really long time. So it's just a new lane for me to explore and get out some different types of artists that I haven't had the right outlet to do so through in the past.
Okay. So all artists, send your music to
Sway Calloway at
All right. Hey, man, it's always great talking with y'all, man. Keep it up, bro. Keep going, man. Keep making music. And hey, one day, man, you got to call in on the show so the citizens can ask you some questions. A lot of people would love to talk with you, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to say, too, man, I know this shit sucks right now. This shit is fucking terrible, and I know it's the worst case scenario we ever could have imagined happening. Mm-hmm. But we will get through this shit. It's this is not going to be our forever.
Yeah.
Man.
No, and to add to that, Sway, we would like to thank you for continuing. Sway didn't miss a beat. I think there was a couple of days where we played some replays and he got right back on it. And the show hasn't missed, I don't think, one day since. And we just appreciate you and your efforts and staying positive and doing this from home. I know it's not easy. And you and the whole Sway in the Morning team, thank you so much for continuing to give people a bright spot in their day and provide this entertainment that you do.
I couldn't do it without Heather B, Tracy G, DJ Wonder, OQDB, and of course Kelly Kincaid. But man, thanks, Paul. Sometimes I'm on air and I know Paul listening because he'll make a comment on something I might have said, bro. He's like a hawk on your shoulders. So I know, shit. So I know what the fuck you go through.
Somebody's got to do it, right?
Shit. Okay, I appreciate it, man. But thank you. The team appreciates y'all, man. Y'all have a great day.
Well, Sway, I want to tell you this too, man. Like we appreciate you and what you've been able to do for our station, man. It's incredible, and it's so important right now too for the culture. Period. Like it's just a lot of things we have a lot of great relationships with people because of you. So there's a lot of rappers that come on our station, man. We might not be able to even get them if it wasn't for you. And people come to see you because you are the truth and you are the real. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to go see Sway. If you want to do anything in hip hop, you need to go see Sway.
Yeah.
So what you've done for our station, man. It's just incredible. So if I never had a chance to thank you for that, I'm thanking you right now.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. Let's just keep moving. Let's keep working. Let's keep breaking artists, and let's keep this culture going and empowering folks, man. And let's keep sending us some exclusives when you get done recording them.
Absolutely.
All right, man.
Or you can talk to Who Kid, because I'm sure Who Kid already has the songs I haven't even recorded yet.
Yo, I don't know how Who Kid does it, man.
I don't know either.
I love that dude.
That's hilarious.
All right, y'all have a good day. Keep up the great work, man. And to the DJs, make sure y'all go. Make sure you enter this contest. SiriusXM.com/stream free. And thank you.
And Paul, I'm gonna submit my mix this week.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll let you know if it's sufficient.
Okay.
All right, peace.
All right, y'all. Later.
All right, M, be safe. Paul, be safe.
You too.
Yo, that was dope, man. That was good stuff. There's a couple things I liked about it. The story about The Way I Am, how he made that. He wrote the damn lyrics, had the melody in his head, and then had to go make the melody with the lyrics that were already written, all off of just hearing it in his head. I think I'm going to record that clip and put it on. And then there was another one. About the beefing. About he's happy with that competition. The competition in him, man. Yeah. Anyways, Ryan, I gotta go. I'm gonna clip this in so it shows up for a video. It shows up in my feed, and I'm doing more reactions. I got another DMX coming. I'm doing another DMX. I don't know, man. I just like him. For some reason, I was drawn to DMX today, and I don't know his music like I should. And he has crazy content. The song I did today was beautiful, and the one I want to do next, listening to the first like 30 seconds, it was like, dude, I got a feeling. I gotta react to it. I gotta react. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do maybe some live rock and roll tonight. I'm gonna roll one up, and I'm gonna do some crazy rock and roll shit, live stuff, like watching the live, like crazy, that maybe Slipknot, any of that kind of stuff. We could even do it live if you want. We can watch the concert stuff live, like the crazy, I'm just gonna get crazy. Or we're just gonna vibe out. I don't know, we could just vibe out and smoke on. We can do Eminem concert, but I gotta get some of this rock and roll. I'm gonna do Ginger. I'm gonna try some of this other stuff here and there, just a video here and there, because my buddy's channel, they're doing it. They're doing pretty well off it, but it's kind of crazy stuff. So I don't know it, right? But I don't even know what it is. I just seen one of his reactions. I'm like, what the heck was that? So that kind of stuff, I think it's kind of cool, man. I don't know. I like to venture off, experience this shit. You know, I might not know what they're saying and that, but I'll get crazy. I'll start breaking shit with it. I don't know. I'll let the music decide. Anyways, I got to deal with her. Upchurch's rock is badass. I think I should do a new Upchurch song, but it's all country. I don't know. I lost all my paperwork, all my shout outs, everything, guys. It used to be on the wall. I come and it's missing. So I had to start over again. So I don't remember the shout outs I promised. I don't remember songs I promised to request to. I had to start a new list here. So I got new list, and I got to start fresh. And I don't know what happened to my stuff. So I pin it into the wall. Beatbox videos, they are relevant nowadays. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Beatboxing? Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll write it down. Oh, Skyla. What did you do to my stuff? Beatboxing. I write this stuff down, guys, because you get all these ideas and you only get to like 5% of them, but I always write stuff down because if I'm lost one day, I forget this. I just scroll through the pages and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a good moment to do it. Because sometimes it might not be right or cool to do it at that moment, but another day it's like, oh, that's perfect for today, you know? So that's why I write everything down like that. I got notes everywhere. Half of them more than half I don't even do or go back to. But the ones I put on my wall get ripped off. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here, man. Thank you for being here. I'm doing more reactions today. I got to deal with her right now. This was just reacting to the Eminem interview. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the shit. You guys are everything. I'm glad to have you here. I'm proud to have you guys here. I'm proud to react. And thank you, guys. And I'm going to do more coming, man. We got to do some DMX next. A song that you guys will love. I feel you will love. I just know that it sounded great. I think we're all going to love it. And then, yeah, like I said, we're going to do some more rock and roll or something like that after. All right, guys? So I'm out of here, guys. I appreciate you guys. The Grizzlies, what up, man? What up, Grizzly? You want me to react to T Grizzly? He had a new song. I thought about it. Are you any relation to T Grizzly? Okay, guys, I'm going to charge all my stuff up, deal with her, and then I'm reacting. Round two reactions. I already put 2 out today. This and something else, DMX. Go watch my DMX reaction, guys. Go watch that one. I think I like that one. Go watch the... Oh, did you guys notice my 4K? My music video reactions are 4K now. It takes me like 2 hours of loading now. It's ridiculous. The videos take long, but the quality's beautiful. I look so old, you can see everything on me. Alright, guys. I got to deal with her, but go watch the DMX. And my 4K quality was the... What was the one I did last night? Pink Floyd. That's 4K, I believe. That one's 4K. So go check out the new setup. The reactions feel different though. I'm not used to it. I don't have my swag, my normal swag. I'm a little bit, but I'm not fully there yet. Okay, guys. See you soon, man. Appreciate you.